Yes,
Oh, okay.
Moochie, we gave you credit for a lot of stuff you predicted because look, anybody that show up to this review with a notebook this big, taking notes, you're gonna get a lot of credit on this channel, damn it, because you're doing your homework. Now we're gonna move on to what Moochie that we gave you credit for when you weren't here. We said that Moochie pegged this person as the real gangster on this show, and I'm talking about this bitch right here, Khadijah. Man,
Oh,
oh man,
child.
oh man.
Same shit.
Man, this is the boss right here. And in this scene, this was when we had our boy Scully seeming like he's having a reckoning, my people. It seems like Scully is turning around, like he might want to be done with the game. He's got a vigil up here for his daughter, but right beside that, he's got a crack cocaine pipe. I'm just like, damn, Scully, you couldn't put this vigil somewhere else. But I guess anyway, man boy is sitting there, they're discussing. And Khadijah comes in there and says, what the hell y'all sorry ass motherfuckers doing? Where is Leon? And when they didn't give no answer, she stormed out and said she gonna handle it herself. Larry, it's your turn to go first.
I mean, I think that what she did was
don't talk about what she did yet. Just stick to this particular scene.
All right. I mean, yes, it got you. We were able to see that she is the one running stuff up in there. You know, she's running stuff with her boyfriend. She's running stuff with her brother. You know, she runs it. And you know, and even when she talked to Scully and she was like, I'm gonna need a lot of money, a lot, and I don't want to hear anything about it. And that was it. He just sort of looked at her like, you know, he I mean, it was sort of a look of it was fear, but not like the physical danger fear. It was sort of like the fear that you have when you just don't want that smoke. You just I don't want to deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Right. Ain't nobody want that smoke. You know what, Larry? I wouldn't even be her boyfriend no more at this point. I'd be out the door. The parachute would be ripped. Gone. Nita, it's on you now.
If you break up with her, you have to go into witness protection.
You probably got to go to another country. So it's on you, Nita.
Okay, so yeah, exactly when this scene happened, I knew that, I already knew that Khadijah wore the pants. I could tell in the hospital, I could tell her reaction from everything.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the whole thing with me is that I've actually seen that she has the ability to go further. I feel like Khadijah may be the future of Scully's operation.
Okay. I could see them seeds being planted. She done crossed the line. You killed her baby, even though it's really partly her fault. And you know, now she done turned into a killer. She obviously knows the hustle. I can see them trying to transition her, or she could always be a thorn in Franklin's organization until they somehow or another get to Leon. So now Moochie, I give it to you.
Nita, I think that I'm going to disagree with you and agree with you at the same time. I don't think she's the future of his organization. I think she might be currently running it.
Right, that too. But also too, if she's thinking ahead, she has an in with Manboy. Manboy is her brother. So if she takes Scully out, then she got her brother, and then all she gotta do, he trusts her. All she gotta do is take him out, and
I disagree.
Go for it, Moochie. Get on in there, Moochie.
She's the brains behind the whole thing, and she got Scully wrapped around his finger. All right.
But why wouldn't she be?
She got Scully. Scully's when she needs somebody to get crazy, that's the crazy one.
Oh yeah, you can buy soldiers. I mean, yeah, Scully is that one.
He's gonna be a soldier. She's the brains behind the operation now. As far as that side, I'm not talking about with Manboy. As far as that side, I told y'all she was wearing the pants.
You did.
And that she has more checkers on the board. She has more chess pieces that she can move. So
she got a little. She's a little crazy, but she's a little crazy, but she thinks she's out thinking them all.
Right.
I don't think she is. The way that they and we haven't got to it yet, so I'm not going to mention it, but the way they did the story this episode, they presented as she's the smartest one, but what she did really made herself vulnerable, and everybody on her team very, very vulnerable because they know exactly where to go.
We think.
No, we know because when we get there, I'll explain my reason.
Yeah, we'll get on past that.
Okay, you saying they know where to go, but remember how they got that place like a fortress? They had that car in the front and all that other stuff. So
Yeah, but they have to leave that place.
That with his crazy self.
So
I mean, they stay in the bottom, but they have to leave.
They are.
Here's a question somebody wants to know. Oops, wrong one. How did she know Man-Boy was looking for Franklin's plug?
There you go. That's what me and Nita was talking about last night.
Because that's her brother. He's probably talked about it. I mean,
that was a clue right there, y'all.
Okay.
It didn't show. I'm not gonna make no assumptions. They didn't show it on camera.
I mean, we see where the writers are trying to take us. I see it's just simple misdirection. They're trying to make it seem as if Franklin's gonna lose Reed and lose his plug because they're trying to set it up where Reed is mad at him. He's telling him you can be replaced. Their Man-Boy's running around talking about he's trying to find the plug, all that stuff. They're trying to lead us down this path to make it seem like Franklin's gonna lose his plug, and I just think it's misdirection.
Okay, well we'll see. All right, this is a scene when we knew it was about to get raw. Oh man, Franklin goes in there and has to talk with Leon about somebody got to take this rap. And I don't want it to be you my guy. It's got to be your guy because he was there. It would fit the narrative. You got to give up Fatback. And in true fashion, Leon fought it for a few minutes. He didn't want to give up his boy, but eventually, after Franklin was like, look, we're going to cut his family some money. We're going to have 250 G's wait for him out of jail. Moochie, you get this one first. Was this what you thought it was going to be?
With them getting him out of jail as far as Fatback?
With them making Fatback take the rap.
Yeah, because I think that would have been, well, this was probably before the third strike thing. Well, he been in jail before. So if Leon go, he going for a long time.
Right. Okay. I feel you. Larry, thoughts on the
I'm pretty sure that's the third strike thing.
Okay. Thoughts on them making Fatback take the bid?
I mean, I get what they were doing where they figured that they can get Fatback up out of there. You know, maybe they keep him out of jail altogether, but maybe they get him out in just a couple of years, and he's not in there for the murder, and the murder just sort of goes unsolved. I get their idea behind that, you know, but I mean, it still has the possibility of working out because obviously Fatback is dead now, but if they end up believing that it was the other guy in the car that actually killed the kid and that guy's dead and Fatback is dead now, I mean, if they have his statement, police departments want to close cases. It's easier for them to say, you know what, this other dude killed him and he's dead. Fatback gave us his testimony. You know, he gave his statement. He's dead. Let's go ahead and just close this case out. And they might just close out because they don't want that open. They don't want that open case on the books. They can easily go to the public and say, here's what happened. This person killed him. That person's killed him. This person, came in and spoke, but he's dead now. Blah, blah, blah. And the case is closed. Everybody goes about their business, and they get to feel like the police department did their job. So, I mean, it might end up working out in the way that Franklin wanted, with the exception of the fact he still has to contend with Scully and Man-Boy and now Khadijah.
Right. Nita, thoughts on the execution of the plan to make Fatback the scapegoat?
You know what? I hate to say that it was a bad play because it depends on whatever lens you're looking out of. Like for Franklin, it was the best play for him. For Leon, it was not the best play for him You know, he loved Fatback. You know, it was like, man, we sandbox. But at the end of the day, when you sign up to be a soldier, that's what the fuck it is. It's a soldier. You're a soldier. And you know, I'm glad that Fatback kind of took it on the chin or whatever. And he, like I said, I feel like they gave him a good deal, like taking care of his family, giving him a meal when he walk out. Like, I mean, everything was like gravy. However, they didn't think about rapists, child killers, and all of that stuff. You gonna have a hard time outside of life, outside of the jail, when you have those type of charges on you. I don't know what's going on with Zimmerman. I digress. But it's like the same thing what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, when you put those parameters, like, I didn't think he was gonna have a good time in jail, but Leon assured him that he was gonna be okay. And him coming out that damn police station and somebody talking about Fatback, come in. I'm gonna need somebody to get some sense in there.
Nita, don't jump the gun, man. You know that men think with the other head
That's
85% of the time. So don't jump the gun. Let's just deal with getting Fatback in jail before we springing him out. Let's just slow. And I have to disagree with you, Nita. I think that Leon and Franklin both knew the risk. They didn't care what happened to Fatback because they given him a payment clause. They knew that he was going to go to jail. He could be at risk for getting beat up for shooting a kid. Even Fatback mentioned that. But I think Leon was just like you said. You a soldier. I need you to do this for me as part of my brigade. And this is just what you got to do. But we're going to make sure we take care of your family and we're going to have your back. Honestly, I thought that he might. The look on his face, where is that picture at? The look on his face when they was getting ready to leave right here, part of me was thinking that he was going to get in there and tell on them, but he didn't. He was a good soldier.
You know, here's the thing. I think that part of the problem with Leon with this is that Fatback is to Leon what Leon is to Franklin. Mm-hmm. And Leon is literally watching Franklin take care of him, and at the same time he's not taking care of his dude.
Right.
You know, he's giving his dude up instead of taking care of him. He's watching how you should roll. He's watching, and this is part of the reason why Franklin, was always saying you're not ready to run your own thing, because Franklin is showing you, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna go out on a limb and risk everything to take care of you. But Leon's not ready to do that yet. Mm-hmm. Because when push came to shove, he gave his boy up.
He gave him up. Gave him up.
And Leon's not willing to do. Franklin is willing to risk his plug to keep from having to give up Leon. You know?
Right. But you kind of got to look at it like this, Larry. Fatback was Leon's day one, and Leon was Franklin's day one. The only problem is the boss in that situation that Leon is in between is Franklin. That's the issue.